Yeah, Scott, I have pushed the live stream and I have made you host. So now you can make me co-host. Sorry, Scott, you are mute.
Thank you, Brandon.
No issue.
Thanks for the heads up on that.
Yeah. So how many participants have signed up for your class?
I think we have about 14 for this one.
14. So you want me to forward learners question in chat or verbally?
Well, I think I can keep track of the chat. This one is a little easier to teach. So I think, I mean, there aren't that many details to go over. So I think I can also take a lot of verbal questions too. But yeah, if you can just help me monitor the chat. And if there's something I'm not answering, just let me know.
Sure. So Scott, you want me to put the link of your upcoming classes in chat for the learners?
Oh, that would be great. Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. You can name any class which you want to put the link.
Okay. I guess the next one, you know, the one that might be interesting is the class on design your own t-shirts and sweatshirts.
Yeah, you can message me that name.
Okay, great. Yeah.
I'll put the link in chat.
Okay. Okay, there you go.
Yeah, got it.
Yeah.
At the end of the class, I'll put the link.
Okay, terrific. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hi, Scott.
Hey, Susan, how are you?
Doing well today. How are you? It's raining like crazy in Houston. I don't know about where you are.
No, we've got some pretty nice weather. It's in the 60s. It's very windy,
Wow.
but
Okay.
but other than that, it's a beautiful day. Sorry you're having rain.
Yeah, well, we kind of needed it. It's been a week or more since we had any, but we had some really heavy rain showers last night. So
Yeah.
guess it'll move on.
It always does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi,
Hello,
Scott.
everybody. Hi, Natalie. How are you?
Hi.
Welcome, everybody. Hi, Regina.
Hello, everyone. Hello.
How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Good.
Good. You know, I could not miss this class. You just give me more and more wonderful ideas for my e-commerce website.
That's yeah, when I saw you signed up for this, I knew that I've got more ideas for you. So
oh yeah, just more stuff for me to put on my site. Yes, indeed.
yeah, great. Good to see everybody today. I'll give it another minute or so to make sure everybody gets in. All right. Is anybody brand new to Get Set Up, taking a class with us for the first time? No. Okay. Well, we'll let you know. My colleague Brandon is here and he will help you out with any issues that you might be having with Zoom or anything like that. So feel free to notify him if you run into any snags. And he'll be here helping me monitor questions that might come in the chat too. Okay. All right. Well, I'll go ahead and get us rolling here. don't think there'll be too many late comers. So I hope this is fun for you. I really like finding ways to create my own wall art, so I'm excited to share that with you. Whoops, let me get that out of the way. So welcome to this class. Happy to hit the end of the week with you all. A little bit more about me for those who don't know me. I live in Silver Spring, Maryland. I've been a Get Set Up guide since last summer. And in addition to that, I'm also a freelance writer, editor, and photographer. And when it comes to graphic design, I'm more of a hobbyist, but I do enjoy playing around on sites like Canva and some of the other sites I'm going to show you today. And I always love doing my classes. I love being here and participating in the interactive learning that Get Set Up fosters and the community building mission. It's good to see familiar faces and names, and also to meet new people. A little bit more about Get Set Up. We're here to help you learn, and from people like you, people who are also older adults and have faced some of the same learning curves when it comes to technology. And we are here to learn from each other. So if you have anything you want to impart during the course of this class, feel free to chime in. Ideally, we can see everybody on camera. That is part of our mission, or part of our mission. We want to create a lot of social connection, so forth. So if you're comfortable putting your camera on, that would be great. If you're new to Zoom and unfamiliar with it, it should be, if you take your cursor down to the bottom of your screen, you'll see where it says start video, or if you're on an iPad or iPhone, it may be at the top of your Zoom screen. If you would like a recording of this class, you can email us at help@getsetup.io, and we'll be happy to send that to you. Just be sure to specify the name of the class and the date, so we send you the right recording. If you're joining by live stream, the best way to participate is to register for a class, and then you can interact with the other learners as well as the guide. But we're glad you're here watching nonetheless. And lastly, Get Set Up is not paid to promote any specific products. So all of the services that I'm going to mention today are not meant to be advertisements. Just sharing this information with you for educational purposes. So today we're going to discover some online services that help you create your own wall art, and that doesn't necessarily, that's not necessarily limited to pictures or photographs. It could be even just quotes that are meaningful to you, anything like that. We'll walk through a couple of examples of making that wall decor. And then you'll also, this is pretty easy to do, but we'll learn how to order the creations once you make them. But before we get into that, I would just thought I'd stop for a minute and see if there's anything in particular that people were interested in finding out about when it comes to creating something like this. Any particular type of wall art you're interested in making? Anybody want to share?
I want to make some fortifying and motivating wall art.
Great. So are you thinking like quotes and things like that, Regina?
Yes, but more along the lines of the ones that I don't see randomly. Like a lot of people do scriptures for wall art, and that's good. You know, a lot of times scripture can be motivating, but I do have some that I don't see. And so those are my own that I want to be able to create.
Okay. Great. How about others?
I'd like scripture.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Terrific. Yes, Joyce. You want to unmute yourself, Joyce?
Yes, I like sceneries,
Okay.
you know,
Like landscapes and things like that.
waterfalls, you know,
Yeah.
mountains, like stuff like that.
Great. Okay. Okay. All right.
I'll
Barb?
tell you something else,
Okay.
Scott,
I
I would like to know from you too. When Joyce said scenery, now that's beautiful because that can lead into a whole nother area of stuff.
Yeah.
But since we're in this day and age with I don't know if any of you guys are familiar with Hollywood and Ballyhoo, dramas, K dramas, C drama, J drama, T drama. Okay, I want to do, since there's a big market out there for Hollywood. So I would like to be able to do their Hollywood celebrity wall art. Joyce
Okay.
just put that idea in my head. Thank you, Joyce. You're a blessing.
Okay.
Welcome. I'm glad I can help.
okay.
And Barb, how about you?
I like some of the scripture things too, but I've also been saving some phrases that are more humorous. I've got some pictures that they need something humorous to go with it too. So a little bit of a variety.
Okay. Okay. Great. All right. Anybody else want to share? Or?
This is Susan. I don't know what I'm looking for. I live in the mountains, so I kind of wanted to get something for my living room.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't want it to be real mountainy, but I don't know what to do. So probably more of a mountainy or a coastal mountainy type of
Okay.
vision.
Okay. Great. Great. All right. Well, great. Well, let me get us started here, and I will walk you through how to create some of this. So here are some of the materials that the websites I'm going to show you allow you to put your images or quotes or whatever you want to put on the wall on. Of course, you can always get framed prints of some sort, but you also can get canvas prints. Probably a lot of you have seen those. Those are very popular, and you can get those at places like CVS or Walmart. Wood, there are places that will print, and I'm going to show you one that I actually printed on wood in a few minutes. But acrylic is another material that you can get your images printed on. Glass and metal and tiles and even tapestries. Now, the tiles, I will warn you, you need to be selective. There are some that are really made of foam, even though it says tile. And the other tiles I've seen are made of metal. But just so you kind of have that caveat when you look at these. But that's just one example. This is a picture that I took years ago, and I had it printed on wood. And it's a little like the canvas printing, except it's wood, and it's hanging on a bedroom wall in my house. So the place here, I'm going to list these places where you can create these, and I will be sending you class notes afterward, and I will have these listed with links to them as well. And those include names you may or may not have heard of. Some are a little more well-known than others. Shutterfly and Snapfish, they've been around for a long time. They started out when digital photography started out, and people were sending their photos out to get their digital photos out to get printed. You could just upload them to their sites and get the prints sent to you. And Fracture is a site that actually prints your photos, or they really push the photo thing, but you could do something else too, on glass. And I have not ordered from them, but I've been really tempted to. Someday I probably will do that, but those look really nice. Canva is a do-it-yourself graphic design site, and they do canvas prints. I think they might do frame prints as well. So it's worth a look, and it's got a lot of tools that can help you design far more than just a photographic print. There is a site called Easy Canvas Prints, and those are really nice too. I've ordered some canvas prints from there that have been really nice. MPix, Printiq are some others. Mixed Tiles, that is one where you can order tiles, except this is one where those tiles are made of foam. So I can't vouch for them. I've never actually ordered from them, but that's just something to keep an eye out for. Some of the other places do offer tile prints as well, but I'm not sure. Other than Shutterfly, which I know theirs are metal, I don't know what the others do. WoodSnap, that previous picture I showed you, that comes from WoodSnap. And they do a really nice job, and it's all on wood. And then this last one is called Printiq, and it's a really nice site as well. I discovered it the last minute last week when I started teaching this class. And of course, you've got your standbys. You've got all the big box stores, Walmart and Target, CVS, Walgreens, Costco, and Sam's Club if you have memberships there, Rite Aid, and even Amazon. You can order straight from Amazon. Okay, so let us open up one of these sites and do a walkthrough of a print we might want to create. So I'm going to start with Shutterfly. And when you open it up, you get, right now, they're really pushing Mother's Day, of course. But if you just scroll around here, you'll see all the different things they offer: calendars, prints of all sorts, photo books, but here is wall art. And you'll see here all the different materials. Should probably expand this a little bit. All the different materials that they do these on. So wood, acrylic, metal. And if you open that up, you'll see all kinds of different options here, frame prints and so forth. And here's what they all look like. There's the acrylic. So to get started here, if you want to create some kind of wall art, say that you're going to create, let's try to do just a framed art kit or art print. So if I want to do something very simple, maybe with a mat in it, I just click on there and I can personalize it. So obviously that's what I want to do. I don't know who this couple is, so I'm not really interested in having their wedding photo. I've got a choice of about 3 different frames here to choose from. I like that dark one. I go to personalize. And from here, I can add my photo. Now, if I go to add photos, I can just upload it straight from my computer. So if I hit choose photos, I go into my photo files, I add one, and then I have it uploaded or imported. Now it's here, and I can just drag and drop it in there, and I have a print. From there, very simple. And sorry, I moved my browser around a little bit. I just got the chat box open and also the gallery of all of you. So I want to make sure I see everything. Then you just hit add to cart. You can preview what it'll look like. This is an 11 by 14. And from there, you just add it to your cart. Oh, okay. And here they're telling me there's a little text box down here that I left empty, which I'm okay with. But if I wanted to add some text there, I could. But then I proceed to checkout and it walks me through the whole process. And that is just a simple photo print. And I know, I think it was Joyce that said something about a landscapes, or I think there are a couple people actually. Scenery, yeah. So let's say that we want to make some mounted wall art. I'm not sure what they mean by that. I mean, I thought all wall art was kind of mounted, but okay. So here we go. If I open this up, and it's taken its time here. All right. So here's some nice scenery, and I want to personalize that. Again, I've got some frame colors to choose from. And I'm not going to want to go with this picture. I'm going to want to add my own. So if I have some pictures, say in Facebook or my Instagram account or Google Photos, I can go in there and use those. But if I am happy with what they've provided, I can try that. Just looking to see, here's photography. So if I don't have any of my own photos, but I want some nice scenery, here is a whole array of photographs that I can just add in here. So say that I want, wow, you've got quite a variety here. Say I just want something like this. I drop that in. Click add. And this will be my photo that will appear in my frame.
I have a question, Scott.
Sure, Regina.
Just like on the initial programs that you've shown us that do all of this, do they save your work even if you don't purchase?
Yes.
I just want to know if the work is saved on your account just like they do at Canva.
Yes. Yes.
Wonderful. Now, is that for all of them?
I think for most of them that is the case. Yeah. I haven't tested that out, but I would imagine that's become sort of the industry practice.
And so also with uploading your own photos here on this Shutterfly, they don't, you don't have to have a membership. You can just go ahead and upload to this your own photos.
Yeah, I think especially if you're doing a one-time thing, if you want to set up, I have to be honest with you, Regina, it has been so long since I started a Shutterfly account that they recognize my email address, which is, I guess, my username. And so it's all been automatic for me. I don't know whether you need to have an account to keep your photos there.
Well, I know at Canva, in order to upload your own work, you have to have that subscription.
Yeah.
Or otherwise you use their pictures.
Right.
Now here at Shutterfly, it looks like all you have to do is just register yourself and you can upload your own pictures.
Yeah.
And they hold those pictures to your account.
Right. And that is true.
Right. That's the only thing I'm interested in doing, because unless someone orders what I create,
Yeah.
the only thing that they're going to see on my website is going to be the picture that I create at the at Shutterfly.
Yeah.
Okay. And so I just take a picture of that, download it, and just put it on my site
Yeah.
from what I've created. If
Right.
it's ordered, then I come back to Shutterfly and I will order it from Shutterfly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great,
Yeah.
great.
Yeah. And I know they keep your photos because I had not been on Shutterfly for years. I think back in the mid 2000s was the last time, and or maybe late 2000s. But I opened it up about a month ago when I started creating this class, and I looked there. They still have photos that I uploaded to get printed back in like 2007. So
Awesome. Good to
so
know.
they keep them there. Yeah. Any other questions so far? No. Okay. All right. Well, let me open up again and go to another site. I'm going to go to Canva just because there are a lot of design possibilities here. So Canva, as I said, is when they say design anything, they kind of mean it. There's not much you can't do here, but I am going to go up here to different templates and whoa. And you'll see here, they've got things that are trending like Canvas prints. So if I go to Canvas prints and I want to, here you've got some you can just buy straight from here. They have a whole bunch. But if you open one up and you'll just say, use this template, you could order this as is with this saying, or you could try something different. So let's say that the one quote I can think of, because I just saw it, is I think this is at the accurate quote. And I'm not going to want it to be, as you'll see here, I've got all kinds of control on the color of the text, the size of the text, and I'm going to want this to be substantially smaller because I just want to put the author of the quote down here, and I'll put John Lennon. All right. And I'll reduce the size, and it's not letting me. Sometimes it gets really clunky when you're, well, here, I'm going to just expand this for a minute. There we go. All right. And I've got my little quote here, and then you have all these different elements here. So I could change the color on these. Usually I can change the color. I don't know if it's letting me. I guess on this one it's not. But on a lot of these, you have a lot of control over even the templates. But from here, you can just substitute your own quote, whatever quote you want to use, something that's really meaningful to you. And then all you do is hit print canvas. And you have your choice of sizes. You can go with a medium or a large. Let's say we're going to do a large. Kind of pricey, $103. Or you can try to go down a size, maybe a medium. That's a little more manageable. and you hit continue. And from there, you just go through the ordering process and you're good to go. And it's free shipping. So let's say you wanted to create something completely from scratch. And let's say we're going to make this a square one. If you really are ambitious and want to do your own design, Canva has a bunch of different options for you here. I can go in here and I can create, I've got my selection of backgrounds. I can either just go with a solid color like that, or they have quite a variety of them here. So maybe I want to, I'm going to see if they have anything. Is that free? Yeah. All right, there we go. So I'm going to create this little image here, and then I'm going to add some text, and I'm going to just say play ball. And I can go up here and change the font. Now, if you see these little gold crowns here, that means that that is limited to people who have a pro account on here. Most of this is completely free to use, but they do have a pro version that costs, I think, like $13 a month or something like that. If you're really seriously going to be doing a lot of these, then that might be worth the investment. Otherwise, you can easily stick to the free version. And you can move this text around if you want, put it down at the bottom. And same thing, then you can just, you want to upload your own artwork. If you look up here, you can go to uploads. All of these are photos that I have uploaded. It's very easy to do that. Same process. You just hit upload media. You can pull it in from either your Instagram account, if you've got a lot of photos on Instagram, from Facebook. If you've got them stored in a couple of other drives, cloud drives like Google Drive or Dropbox, and then on directly from the computer you're using, and drop it in there. And from there, you can just transfer over it into here. So you can see I've got quite a few that I've loaded up here, partly because I do a lot of demos on this site. And if you wanted to say add, when you go over here to elements, you can add, let's say I want to baseball bat. I want to just add one little element here. Maybe something like that. These are just little vectors that I can add in there as well. Okay. All right. Questions at this point? None? Joyce, does that give, oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Peggy. You want to unmute yourself?
Yeah, working on it. There we go. If I did some of my own artwork then, and I just take photos of it and save it in a file, then I can just go ahead and put that in there, as you were saying, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
I do a lot of pastels and it's kind of fragile, so it would be helpful.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's great. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, sure.
I'm just collecting a lot of good information and I appreciate this.
Oh,
Yeah,
well,
me
good.
too.
I'm glad. I just wondered if some of those scenery, those scenic pictures might be along the lines of what you were looking for, Joyce. So
Yeah. I appreciate that. I'm seeing a lot
Oh, good, good.
that I never thought I would see.
Yeah, yeah.
Sometimes I wish I had more walls to display some.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah, my area is quite open and lacks wall space.
Yeah. That's good. I have the opposite problem. I
Oh.
can't make up my mind what I want to put on the walls. So a lot of them are empty because I'm still
Yeah.
trying to decide.
Well, it's kind of fun with this. You can do maybe some seasonal things and, you
Yeah.
know, switch things out.
Yeah, exactly.
I want to show you a painting of mine. I don't know if you can see it. I'm gonna try to let you see it. Can you see this?
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
Thank you. That was painted by one of my neighbors.
Wow.
That's
Beautiful.
really nice.
Yeah.
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 Oh,
All right. Great. Well, let me show you one or two more sites that you might want to. Also, Joyce, just to let you know too, they do have stock photos here too. So if you do a, oh, I'm not sharing my screen. Sorry about that. If you do a little search up here under photos for scenery, they have a bunch here too. So it's sort of like that other site I showed you.
okay. Oh, that's
And here, these are more like panoramic shots. So if you wanted to, I think you could go ahead and create some kind, you can frame pictures of this size. They're very, very long or wide, but they're really pretty and they do make frames for them. So you could always either look for one on Amazon or go to Michael's or another home goods store or something like that.
right.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to go to the last one that I mentioned on that list, which was Printiq. Okay. All right, here you've got lots of possibilities as well. You've got canvas prints, wood prints, fine art prints, and you could even make a collage. So
That letter
here,
art is cute.
the which one is cute?
The letter art. That'd be
Oh
nice.
yeah, that is, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah. So say we take something like this and you want to create just a little collage of some family members. Let's say we take something like this. See what it does. Okay.
So cute.
Yeah. Okay, so from here, I'm going to upload my own photos. And I'm going to go into my own. Okay, I want to go into a new one. Still fumbling around with this one a little bit. I'm not sure if I can drag and drop or not, but let me go maybe into. No, that's not going to work either. I did this last week. Oh, here we go. Here we go. I need to upload. Here we go. I just drag and drop. It's right there. Okay. So I'm going to put together a little family collage. So let's say I drop this in, and what else do I have? This in, and this in. Okay, from there, let's see if I can preview. Oh, it says build, so I go there. All right, I actually have 4 slots, so I'm going to drop one in here, and I need to rotate it. So I'll do this. And I'll get rid of this. And I don't know if I can stretch this out, but let's see what happens. All right, that may not have been the best option for me in terms of the layout, but let's say we just want the 2 children in there, just for the purposes of this class. And from there, I am ready to go, and I can work on the borders. Maybe I want them to be black. Same here. Whoops. Or I can create a shadow of some sort. Or same thing here. So it takes a little while to play around with this, but it also does give you a lot to work with. You get to see a preview. This is very rough. I would probably spend a little more time fine tuning this, but you get the idea that you can just build a collage right there. Yeah. And you can create poster prints if you wanted something like that as well. And they have metal prints here. So and they even allow you to try a certain shape if you wanted.
Wow.
So I am going to okay. See if I can. All right, I want that. Now I need to, I don't know whether you can just use some of their art or not, but I would imagine you could. Let me go back here. Sorry, I'm fumbling around a little bit with this one. It's all right. Let me see if I can get into. Okay. So I go in here, and here is my photo library from my Google Photos account. So I can go in here and pick anything I want, say, and I'm not going to say this is my picture. This is stock art, but
Oh, that's beautiful.
but yeah, that is a nice shot. So and then I just save it. And okay. So there I go. If I wanted to, yeah, that's the one I made last week with my dog. But there is a metal print and it's circular. I don't know if people like that or not, or I guess it's oval, but you know, you're not confined to just that square or rectangular shape. So
Scott, what do they mean by metal print? What kind of metal? Like, what's that like?
You know, I don't know for sure, to be honest with you, Peggy. I think something that obvious is probably some kind of thin metal that, or something maybe just metallic that is just different material to print the photo on. The same with glass. I think it's I've never tried those, so I can't vouch for them, but the wood worked really well. So I'm imagining these other materials would work well too.
I just wondered if they had an edge around them or a frame, or if they were just rough and then you figured it out from there.
Yeah, they don't. Most of the time on those other materials, they do not have frames. The
Okay.
only ones would
Or
be
an edging or any kind, yeah.
Yeah, no, I think it's
Okay.
I know with the canvas print, you've got your canvas prints, you've got your choice sometimes of the type of whether you want the photo to kind of wrap around the edges or just stop at the flat edge or flat part.
Right.
And then just have siding on it. But some of these, I know they may offer frames for some of these if you want, but I don't think that's their default. As opposed to
Okay.
prints, usually they're pushing you toward a frame too.
Okay.
I'm kind of thinking that I've seen like at Hobby Lobby, they have a lot of metal printed decor
Mm-hmm.
and the edges are just like a little bit rounded. It's not like a sharp, rough edge. I'm kind of thinking, I wonder if they do it like that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That could very well be. Yeah, I need to start ordering some of these so I can answer those questions, folks. Yeah, maybe this will push me to fill that blank wall in my living room that I haven't been able to decide what to do with. Yeah. All right. So, any other questions? Whoops. I'm hoping that gives people some
Yeah.
ideas for new wall decor.
Mhm.
I have a lot of empty walls.
Yeah.
So this is very helpful.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I'm a Hobby Lobby shopper too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, the other thing that I found from doing artwork, that frames can be expensive.
Yeah.
You can go to like a secondhand store or Goodwill and start with the frame. If you know the size of the frame, rather than starting with the print and then go looking for a frame. But if you start
Yeah.
with the frame and paint it or do whatever you want to do with it and get creative, there's some nice frames that people are just getting rid of for not very expensive at all.
That's
Yeah.
true. So
That-
true. And you can find some nice paintings at Goodwill.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
I have a nice painting that I got for under $5.
Wow.
Yeah.
I would
Yeah.
like to know about the, do any of those sites, you know, the ones, not like hanging frames, but if we're gonna do like word art
Uh-huh.
and you just want the sticky on the wall,
Uh-huh.
the one that you just peel the words and just stick them to the wall.
Mhm.
I don't know if any of those sites do that, if they make those. Is that a,
So it'd be like a transparent sticky that just
yeah,
goes
exactly. Yeah, those type, those are the ones.
up.
I
Not
didn't
that
have-
I know of on
Okay.
any of the ones I showed, but it'd be worth exploring to see if any of them do.
Right,
I
that's
I
what
had
I
not.
want. I want a line of those, not just the ones that you can hang.
Right.
And as far as how far we went now, you don't even have to put a hole, excuse me, a hole in the wall to hang anything anymore. They have tracks
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
like they do at the art gallery that just goes along the right below the border from the ceiling of your wall, and that's what I have in my living room. And
Yeah.
you can just hang whatever you want from those that hang on the track individually.
Yeah.
But I have a blank wall that I would like to do some wordage
Mhm.
on that side, but I can't find a little sticky.
Yeah. Yeah. That is really interesting. I'm going to have to look into that just to see if they do make anything like that, because that would be really cool. You could do nice things in a kid's bedroom, even with something like that. Maybe have a little decorative text, things like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking along the lines of, like we were talking about with scripture,
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
saying something that's motivating and fortifying, and say
Right.
like you do use that in a child's room, you know, like this wordage that he would wake up to see or she would wake up to see every day, you know.
Yeah.
Like, you know, we usually use "you go girl"
Yeah.
or stuff like that, you know. So
Yeah.
this is what I'm talking about. So we
Yeah.
need some stickies for that.
Yeah. Yeah. Mine would be get your rear end out of bed.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
I have a comment about,
Yeah. Go ahead, Susan.
well, I was going to say I have a comment about hanging things on the wall too. If you're looking for a way to hang pictures or anything without putting a hole in the wall, there are these things that you can buy at the hardware store. They're called command strips, and you can put them on the wall and hang even heavy objects on them without damage, and they come off really easily and won't even damage the paint.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I've used those. They work really
thank you.
nice.
Yeah, they are. They're very good, and they're not at all expensive. They're just little things that you can buy at practically any hardware store, I think.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah. Lots of good information today. This is fantastic.
Mhm.
Yeah.
We're gonna have some nice looking walls.
Yeah. Yeah. People are gonna have to send in pictures to show off what they create, what they put on the wall. Yeah. Okay. Well, listen, I want to tell you about some other stuff coming up on Get Set Up. So I'm going to open up my screen again. I will give you the takeaways, though, from this class. Whoops, went too far. So again, there's a variety of these online sites that enable you to create this wall art, and you can do it on acrylic or tile or cloth or canvas or wood or other materials. And you can print your own photos or create quotes and quips using the text templates on the sites as well. So they have lots of fonts. And so, yeah, if you want to send in pictures of what you created and put on the wall, we would love to see them. You can either share that on your own social media feeds and maybe give us a shout out. Our hashtag is Get Set Up. Or just drop Liz a note. Liz on our team. She's at liz@getsetup.io. She's always looking for success stories among our learners. So love to hear how things go for you. Some related classes coming up, just some things to do around the house. One is an interest group in my grandmother's kitchen. And I think it's about talking about recipes that people remember from their grandmas. Virtual visits. This is museums that you can enjoy online. And my next classes, I have a class coming up in about an hour on Google Photos Part 2. This is how, if you're backing up your photos on Google, their Google Photos service, I'll show you how all of that gets categorized for you, but also how you can create albums that you can share with other people directly from the app and so forth. If you haven't taken the Google Photos Basics class yet, you might want to do that first. And we have that on the schedule every week. So, and then later today, I have a class on designing your own t-shirts and sweatshirts. And some of the sites I mentioned today, you can do the same thing on those sites as well. So you might want to, if you're interested in creating your own apparel, you might want to check that one out. And I want to tell you about a new event coming up on a regular basis on Get Set Up. We are having a photo challenge of the week. And if any of you have been in my photography classes, you have probably learned a few things that you might want to demonstrate by sharing the photos you've taken. We will share, you can send your photos in and I'll give you the details on that in a sec, but each week we'll have a different theme and we will offer feedback, advice. We'll hear the stories you have behind the photos, such as where you were when you took it, so forth. And then we'll vote for a winning image just for fun. And the top vote getter receives a Get Set Up prize. and we'll do this every week. So the opening week is the challenge is spring flowers. So if you've taken a flower picture from your garden or at a local park, on a hike someplace, or even flowers that you've got sitting in your home in a vase or something like that, go ahead and take those and send them in. You can submit the pictures to this email address, scott/the-guide@getsetup.io. And we'll put those all together and have them ready to show one by one at the first session. And that will be Friday, a week from today at 4 p.m. Eastern time. So love to see you there. It's going to be a nice little social gathering, and it should be good fun. And I will be sending you class notes and I'll have a link to the registration page for the photo challenge of the week. We will also provide you with takeaways from the class and all the links to the sites I mentioned. And you can also have the opportunity to recommend this class if you liked it, because we will be delivering it on an ongoing basis. And you can do that via Facebook or email. We'll also provide you with some other class suggestions. You can view the entire Get Set Up schedule here, and you can offer feedback by clicking here. You'll get this feedback form, and my fingers are hitting my keyboard a little too much here. You can rate the guide and the session on a 5-star scale. Here it defaults to 4, but you can give it as few or as many stars as you want. And you can add comments, anything you want to say about what you liked about the class, what you didn't like about the class, what might improve it, would be very welcome. This is a pretty new class, so we'd love the feedback. And you also have a chance to suggest a class to us. If there is something you'd like to learn and you don't see it in our class offerings, please let us know, because we have developed many classes based on the feedback we've received from you, suggestions and so forth. You also can invite a friend when you book a class. Once you do that, you'll get this little offering to click here and share via Facebook, WhatsApp, or just a direct email to them to say, hey, you might want to join me for this class. And if you are interested in hosting an interest group on Get Set Up, we can help you do that. We have interest groups on all kinds of subjects, whether it's hobbies or favorite authors, favorite food, things like that. If you'd like to suggest a new class, you can also use this same email address, help@getsetup.io. You can request the recording of the session by emailing us there. And if you are a member of an organization, or you're living in a senior living community, something like that, and you think there might be partnership possibilities with Get Set Up, where we could deliver classes for free to the membership, please let us know about that too. We'd be happy to pursue that. And again, all of that can be done by just emailing help@getsetup.io. Okay. So thank you for being here today. I enjoyed being with you. And
Thank you.
yeah. And hope to see you all again real soon.
Okay, thanks, Scott.
Okay.
Thanks, Scott.
Thank you. Thanks, everyone.
Okay.
Thank
Have a
you.
great rest of the day. Stay blessed and stay safe.
Thank
Thank
you, Regina.
Okay.
you.
Take care, everybody.
Thanks,
Bye-bye.
bye.
Bye.
Bye.